So this is coming from Bezos, going back to Bezos, a decision-making framework. And I think it comes from one of his shareholder letters, talking about the difference between one door and two doors. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
One door and two
One
door
way and
decisions.
two-way doors.
Yeah. And so for me, this has been super helpful. Like in a business, so his whole premise is that a decision is like a door, and doors can be a one-way door or a two-way door. A two-way door is a decision that you make that's relatively easy to back up and you can walk back, right? Like a marketing test. Most marketing tests are two-way doors. You test it, it flops, you turn it off, it's fine. Some decisions are one-way doors, meaning if you make that decision, you're either past the point of no return or it's prohibitively expensive to unwind the decision. And so his whole framework in terms of how to make decisions, how to assert what he wants done in the business versus giving his team autonomy is segmenting the decision into, is this a one-way door or a two-way door? 98% of decisions are two-way doors.
Right.
And if so, then he is much more willing to take the risk and disagree and commit to something that someone else wants to be done, to let them learn the lesson, even if he knows he's right, as opposed to on the 2% of decisions that are one-way doors, he's much more autocratic.
How do you reconcile the fact that there's clear one-way doors? Let's change our offer.
Yep.
Right? But there's also two-way doors that are technically two-way, but there's differences in risk. So I'll give you an example. Like if I want to test a new ad, if it doesn't work, we shut it off. I mean, there is actually risk in that because I got to put the money behind it, but let's just say it's whatever. But let's say I'm like, we need to pay cut somebody. I mean, that's a two-way door. We could increase their pay back up, but there's a risk that I decrease it and they churn, So how do you reconcile? Because I don't think that's a binary thing. I think it's like there's clearly one-way doors, and then it's how it's not, is it reversible or is it not reversible? It's how reversible is it?
Yep.
Like we rolled out an initiative in our company and we're rolling it back now. And it's a two-way door. At the same time, I'm like, fucking ass. Like I wish I just didn't roll this thing out in the first place. Like there's a cost to it, So I'm curious how you reconcile that.
I've made this mistake multiple times too. I'm thinking of an initiative right now that we're rolling back that's expensive. And I think it's on the front end, understanding, okay, what is the likely cost, and like actually giving some thought to what is the cost of rolling this back. And then if there is a significant cost, making sure you've got either daily or weekly indicators into how it's going so that ideally you can course correct sooner as opposed to waiting a month or a fucking quarter and then it's super expensive to wind it back.
I almost think the more risky it is, the more it's closer to a one-way door, the longer the lead time between, how do I say it, the leading and the lagging indicators, the longer that relationship is, the more risky it is.
I agree.
Because like you could do something in the first 3 months, it looks good, and then you didn't realize there was second, third, fourth order effects that are coming back in to bite you. If you enjoyed this clip, you can check out the full podcast by clicking on the screen right here to check out the full episode.